Hey everyone, this is Kaizouwar here, and I just finished watching the Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 movie, A Thrice Upon a Time, just a few hours ago. Now, I'm a big fan of Evangelion, I really want to see this movie for the longest goddamn time, so now that I've seen it, what are my overall thoughts of it? Honestly, I did enjoy, my time with the movie. There are some things I'm a little bit iffy on, but honestly, they're like so minor that they're not going to ruin the whole movie for me. So when this movie got dropped on Amazon Prime Video, I was like, you know what? Let me hit that up. I was going to wait a couple of days before I watched the full movie because I wanted to really mentally prepare myself for what I was getting into. Now, before all of this, I did see spoilers. People leaked spoilers and leaked it on the wiki, and I couldn't help myself. I'm the kind of person who's like, I don't really care about spoilers, but I really wanted to hold back for Evangelion's sake. I really wanted to hold back and say, man, I definitely don't want to see this movie spoilers, but I couldn't help myself. I didn't see too much to ruin the movie. I'm just saying I just knew some things. And yeah, I did enjoy my time with the movie. I'm gonna watch it again for a more full video because this ain't gonna be this kind of video. Like I usually make these videos where I talk for a few hours, or an hour or so about the movie and my thoughts about it, or the plot of it. And I don't want to do that for this movie just yet. First of all, this movie's 2 hours and 30 minutes long, so it's going to be a while. This movie's going to take some time to actually, write all down and get my thoughts out before I make a long video about it. I'm not going to make a long edited video about it. It's going to take forever, so it's going to be like my podcast style video. But yeah, I enjoy my time with the movie. I want to talk about dubbing because I did watch this movie in the dub. I watched all of Evangelion's media in dub. I didn't hate the dub for this at all. I did enjoy the fact that they brought everyone, the more really important characters back. They brought back Spike Spencer as Shinji. They brought back Tiffany Grant as Asuka. They brought back Allison Keefe as Masato. John Swasey returns back as Gendo from the rebuilds, and they actually brought back in Amanda Wynn Lee, who hasn't voiced Rei since the early ADV days for this, and I actually enjoyed it. Having them back. There are some characters that I'm not too keen on. For example, Mari. Her new voice actress is named Deneen Melody. I am not a big fan of her. She doesn't hit the same as Mari's original voice actress did. It just there's something about it. It just kind of rubs me the wrong way about how she tries to channel Mari's energy, and then when she calls it, when she yells out in battle and stuff like that, it doesn't sound the same. It really does not sound the same, and I don't know. It kind of bothers me because it kind of ruins the energy Mari had. I don't know how to describe it in any other way. The energy that Mari had as Deneen Melody is just not there. When she tries to yell out in battle or tries to be eccentric, it doesn't come off the same way, and it kind of bothers the hell out of me. And I haven't seen the redubs of the Evangelion rebuild movies because they redubbed all the movies for Amazon. So I am not gonna I'm not gonna watch those dubs. I kind of don't because I don't know, man. I like the original Funimation dub voices way better because there are some characters for example, Ritsuko, which I liked way better as Colleen Clickenbeard than this new voice actress, Mary Faber. She did a decent job, but she didn't do a Ritsuko decent job. If I'm actually being more correct here about that. Other than that, there's some characters that I'm okay with, right? There are some characters I'm okay with. But hearing Rei as Brina Palacia again definitely is getting some used to because she's not as great as Rei back in the old ADV days, but Rei now it's just a noticeable difference, but it's not too bad. But I don't know. But yeah, Mari is the main sticking point. There's some characters that just don't feel right in the new voices. For example, characters like God, what was that? God, what was her name? Oh my God, what was that pink? What was that pink-haired chick? What was her name? She was one of the Sele's, not Sele, Vile's. Remember the Midori? Yeah, Midori. Yeah. I don't know who replaced her. If anyone even did replace her. I don't think anyone even replaced her, but she sounds different from what she did in the. Cause I know she got redubbed. I don't know who she was, but if she did get redubbed, she sounds way different. Then again, there's been a 5-year gap between the original dub of Evangelion 3.0 to 2011. And she's not that big of a character anyway, so I'm not gonna make a big deal of it. But yeah, characters like Mari and Ritsuko, I'm not too hot on. Their voices just don't feel right. Especially Mari's. Mari's is more noticeable because you see her more, but I don't know. There's also another thing that kind of bothered me about how the direction of the dubcasts were. There were some moments where they just repeated lines. Actually, there was like this scene where Fuyutsuki was in the ship, in his own ship, talking to Mari, and then he repeats a line twice, and I'm like, what's happening here? I thought it was my video stuttering, or while I was watching it, but no, that was literally Fuyutsuki repeating the same line twice in the same order. So I don't know what that was about. I don't know if that was an error that made it through, or whatever, but some of the directions and how the characters speak in this version kind of throw me off, like especially in the dub. I don't know if it happens in the sub, but I'm not gonna watch Evangelion in the sub. I don't really do that, but I might someday. But yeah, watching this movie in dubbed, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. I'm glad to see all these people back. It's just something about it. Just like, I know Studio Kara was more hands-on, and it really shows. Like, I don't like when Studio Kara is hands-on. And, the thing is, they're trying to make things more accurate to the source material. But when they do it, it comes off so unnatural in English half the time. It feels weird. That's why the Netflix Evangelion dub felt so off. Well, one of the reasons that it felt so off, that Studio Kara was more hands-on. And that's why some people had some issues with the 3.0 dub. Because they don't have the freedom they had before. They're really strict under Kara. Like, nothing feels the same when Studio Kara. Like, it's funny when the creator, when the actual studio in charge of Evangelion now is the ones that are like, they're in charge, right? They're in charge, but yet they make the thing sound so unnatural in English. And I get it. But it comes off really weird. There's some moments where, like, Asuka speaks and it just doesn't feel right. I know direction's a thing, too, but, like, but other than that, yeah, I did enjoy my time with the movie, not gonna lie. Like, there's the action scenes where I wasn't getting used to. There's a lot of CGI. There was, like, this moment where, I'm trying to, like, avoid spoilers here. There was this moment where Asuka... And the whole scene was in 3D, and it was like an extended scene too. Like, it was a good extended scene, and it just felt so awkward to watch that. Like I get they were trying to go for like a real time thing. Like, they see Asuka try to shove the food into Shinji's mouth, but it just felt so weird looking at that. Like, it just didn't feel right at all. Like, I was like, oh, what is this? Like, why they put it in 3D? Like, they couldn't quick cut it or something. There are also some cut scenes in the movie that kind of bothered me, but other than that, I did enjoy it. Like, there are some things in this movie that do get me a bit, but I did enjoy what I saw. I'm still trying to process my thoughts because, like, I definitely have to see the movie again. There are some things that happen in this movie that are completely bonkers, and I still can't grasp it. This is Evangelion, so, trying to get me to grasp anything is like, a hell and a half to get through, but trying to figure this out is like, oh my god, how the hell am I supposed to figure this out? How the hell you expect me to believe this? I don't know, but Ano's crazy. Ano's a crazy man, so I gotta expect that as well. And it's yeah, like I enjoyed this movie. I'm not gonna lie, I really did like it. I'm just trying to come up with my thoughts. It's so hard to do so because this is Evangelion. This is Evangelion. Like, when Evangelion gets involved, it's so hard for me to come up with a reason as to why I like this anime, like, it's so weird. But yeah, there's some things that I didn't enjoy, but I did enjoy the movie overall. Like, there's some things I definitely like with Shinji in this movie. Like, Shinji is, like, more direct in this movie, because he's not the same character he was back in the early days series, right? He had a little bit of that as he was in Evangelion, like in Evangelion. It did get like a feel of end of Evangelion as the movie started out, where Shinji's like at rock bottom, but he does really come to his own at the very end. Like, he actually takes charge and do shit. I like it. I liked how they did Gendo in this series. I'm not gonna spoil it, but they made Gendo a more direct character than they ever did in the original series, and I like that. I mean, some people may find that controversial about how they handled Gendo in the series, in the movie at least. But I personally believe that they did Gendo pretty well. Like, seeing him as more of a direct force is pretty good. What else I can say without direct force? Oh, music is good. The music is really good. It's not like a song. Like, music in this movie will make me like stick out. They do use one of the unreleased tracks from Evangelion. I think it was called, like, I know there was a name for it, like something heavy version, right? But they never used it in the original series. So they used that in this movie, and I enjoy that. And, like, There's a song called "Voices in My Head" that played later during an important scene that actually fits really well in the scene. So I enjoyed that as well. But other than that, there's the songs in this rest of the movie. Yeah, none really digging. I mean, then again, there's the first two themes when they're in like Euro. They go to try to purify Paris to get access to Euro Nerve. The first two songs that play there are pretty good. I like those songs. I forgot I forgot their names. In fact, I know one of them is literally called Paris. One of the songs is literally called Paris, and the other song is called Euro Nerve. So yeah, they're pretty good songs as well. But other than that, yeah, the rest of the soundtrack didn't hit me as much as something like 3.0 did. 3.0 and 2.0 had like really good tracks, because 1.0 had some good remixes of old tracks from the original Evangelion, but 2.0 and 3.0 had some really good original tracks. Shirou Sagisu is a madman. I'm not gonna like his tracks in 3.0 plus 1.0 aren't my favorite. I prefer if he had more, like more tracks I could get attached to, but like they're still good songs either way. And what else can I say without the direct spoilers? I gotta say this movie's bonkers. If anyone hasn't seen this movie before, it is bonkers. This is Evangelion, but like it's like beyond bonkers. Like there is some shit that just happens in this movie. Like there is just shit that happens. Yeah, there's some like some movies, some parts get like callbacks and things like that, and some shit just comes flat out of nowhere. Like there is a scene with Asuka that comes full circle, really, like from like prior stuff in the movie, and like they're more direct with these characters than they were in like the original series, because Evangelion was a series that basically required you to like do a lot of interpretation. Like they gave you, like Anno gave you the pieces, you gotta put it together yourself, right? That comes to head and end of Evangelion. They're more direct in this movie. Like they're more direct than Thrice Upon a Time. Like they'll tell you like, oh, these characters did this thing, blah 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 blah. And it kind of relates back to the original Evangelion series. Like if you've been with the original Evangelion series all along, you would know how these characters struggled up to this point, and it's actually kind of crazy. And some of my fan theories came true. I'm not gonna say which one because of spoilers, but yeah, some of my fan theories came true, and that's actually pretty cool. I also do like they also give you like a recap at the beginning of the series. They give you a little recap about what happened in the previous Evangelion movies, because this movie's long, and I expect that they want to jog your memory, before you actually start playing again and whatnot. I'm sorry, I say playing like a game, like watching, my bad. Yeah. So yeah, I have no idea what else to say. Like there's some things I just cannot say without spoilers. I'm trying so hard to avoid any kind of spoilers, but there are some things that just happen. I'm not too big of a fan with the CGI in this movie. Like there's some moments where it's fine, where it looks really good. There are some moments where it just kind of looks weird, and it kind of throws me off a bit. But other than that, the movie actually does look great. Like the CGI parts really stick out, and I think that's the problem. I mean, there's some moments in like the previous Evangelion movies where the CGI is like, it seemingly blends really effortlessly, but because of COVID and everything, I think they could just have the movie at its best state in this case. So I can understand COVID did have an impact on Evangelion. But yeah, the ending is bonkers. Like if you guys want to know how end of Evangelion, like the last half of end of Evangelion, you're going to be like weird. Like honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Now I'm not gonna treat this movie as if it was the end of Evangelion, because its own version of it. Yeah, it's its own end of Evangelion, like the literal end of all of Evangelion. But I mean, I don't know. Like there's some moments that hit hard for me. Really, there's some moments that didn't hit so hard. There are some things about some characters I just didn't vibe with, but there's some things with characters I just actually did enjoy. Like as I mentioned before, they did Shinji and Gendo really, really well in this movie. I personally believe that they did Gendo and Shinji really well because they were more direct with these characters, and they actually are more of a direct force than they ever were in the original series. Now, that's some people might like that, some people may not like that, but if Anno was going to go out of all of Evangelion, I feel like he would make Gendo and Shinji do some cool shit, and they do cool shit. There's some things with Asuka I'm not digging in this movie, but seeing more Asuka is fine. After they kind of didn't do much with her throughout the whole series. Asuka Langley Shikanami now. Rei Q is adorable as hell in this movie. I gotta say that. Rei Q's adorable as hell in this movie, and it makes me kind of sad. You don't get to see much of her in this movie, which is sad. There's a reason for that, and I'm not going to tell you. But Rei Q is adorable as shit. Like, they have this whole thing where they're trying to teach her more how to be an actual person instead of, like, being, like, a clone of Rei as they were in, like, in the original series. And it's actually really heartwarming, really. Like, you know, Shinji is, like, bummed out most of the movie, though. It's fun. Like, not most of the movie, but, like, the first 1/4 of the movie. Like, the first, like, 50 minutes or so? Like, 50 minutes of the movie, like, Shinji's kind of bummed out. Well, wait, first 30 to 40 minutes. I'm gonna say that. First 34 minutes, like, Shinji is, you know, really sad, pulling off his end of Evangelion depression after what happened in 3.0. Funny enough, they're both as a result of what happened to Kaoru and what Shinji screwed up on. So, you know, it's kind of funny how that parallels with each other. I like that. It's kind of the same, and like, it does come into play in the movie, which I like. But yeah. What else? What else can I say? What else can I say about this movie? Mari, I'm not a big fan of Mari's voice, but I do like what they did with her in this movie. I felt like they didn't go, like, they actually proved one of my fan theories right, and I did need to know that. Because I feel like someone mentioned that Mari was like oh, I'm not gonna explain it here, sorry. The point is, like, I heard, like, commentary that they explained something about Mari, and that was a lie when this movie came out. I was like, goddamn lie. Damn, dude. Anything else? No, not really. Shit just happens. Like, shit pops off in the later half of the series, though. I mean, later half of the movie, though. It's crazy. But yeah, I think that's it. I have to rewatch this movie again. I definitely have to. Because I really want to know. There are some things I definitely have to know. Because I just... oh, man. This movie was pretty good. I mean, it's not my favorite Evangelion piece of media. I mean, again, I said before, there are some things that I just did not vibe with. But I personally believe if I watch it again and, you know, learn more, because this was my first viewing, right? I mean, I'm not the best of having my thoughts out if I only seen the movie once. So my best bet is I have to watch the movie again. I mean, this movie's a long movie, so trying to get my notes down and make a video on it is going to be hard as hell, especially with all the spoilers attached. So, yeah, I'm just going to stop this video here and see you all next time.